Hello everybody, today we are going to start with a new theme and a new reading comprehension lesson. So our theme this week is about pollution. It's one of my favorite themes because it's very easy, it's very interesting, and it's very clear. There's no need to think and read between the lines. It's very straight to the point. If we look at the pictures here, we can see different kinds of pollution in many pictures. We can see air pollution, we can see land pollution, we can see water pollution. And as you know, pollution is something very harmful to nature. So as we can see, the factories, the land pollution, the garbage, the smoke of cars, plastic bags and bottles at the water. So all of this causes pollution to our nature. So first of all, we are going to watch this video. I played it before I speak. This video talks about the different kinds of pollution.
Pollution is the introduction of toxic emissions or contaminants into a natural environment that directly causes disorder, instability, destruction or discomfort to the infected ecosystem, including all physical systems or living organisms within the particular environment. There are various types of pollution, and each and every type of pollution has its own consequences and its own causes. Understanding the pollution basics can help you to minimize your contribution to pollution. In this video, I tell you worst 9 pollution of them. Number 9. Light pollution. Light pollution, also known as photopollution, is the presence of anthropogenic and artificial light in the night environment. It is exacerbated by excessive, misdirected or obtrusive uses of light, but even carefully used light fundamentally alters natural conditions. It has the potential to affect human health and sleep cycle. Number 8. Soil pollution. Soil pollution as part of land degradation is caused by the presence of xenobiotics chemicals or other alteration in the natural soil environment. It is typically caused by industrial activity, agricultural chemicals or improper disposal of waste. Number 7. Thermal pollution. Thermal pollution is the degradation of water quality by any process that changes ambient water temperature. A common cause of thermal pollution is the use of water as a coolant by power plants and industrial manufacturers. The most obvious effect is loss of lives in the rivers, discomfort due to increase in temperature. Number 6. Marine pollution. Marine pollution occurs when harmful effects result from the entry into the ocean of chemicals, particles, industrial, agricultural, and residential waste, noise, or the spread of invasive organisms. 80% of marine pollution comes from land. It results due to contamination of the marine water bodies, and causes a drastic and long-term impact on the marine flora and fauna, as well as on humans. Number 5. Radioactive pollution. Radioactive pollution is defined as the physical pollution of living organisms and their environment as a result of release of radioactive substances into the environment during nuclear explosions and testing of nuclear weapons, nuclear weapon production and decommissioning, mining of radioactive ores, handling and disposal of radioactive waste, and accidents at nuclear power plants. Number 4. Noise pollution. Noise pollution or sound pollution is the propagation of noise with harmful impact on the activity of human or animal life. The source of outdoor noise worldwide is mainly caused by machines, transport and propagation systems. It can cause stress, nervousness in animals, hearing problems in newborns and elders. Number 3. Plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is the accumulation of plastic objects and particles in the Earth's environment that adversely affects wildlife habitat, and humans. Plastic, a non-biodegradable substance, is extremely harmful to all life on Earth. Every year, thousands of animals lose their lives due to plastic pollution. Most of the plastic waste generated in the world end up in the oceans, where they cause great harm to the marine ecosystem. Number 2. Water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, usually as a result of human activities. Water bodies include, for example, lakes, rivers, oceans, aquifers and groundwater. Water pollution results when contaminants are introduced into the natural environment. This makes the water harmful to drink and also endanger the lives of the sea and marine animals. Number 1. Air pollution. Air pollution refers to the release of pollutants like toxic gases, biological molecules, and particulate matter into the atmosphere. The pollutants can be derived from several sources including both natural processes and human activity. Release of poisonous gases in the atmosphere because of vehicles, construction activities, volcanic eruptions, smoke from industries, etc. are major causes of air pollution.
Particulate matter into the atmosphere. The pollutants can be derived from several sources including both natural processes and human activity. Release of poisonous gases in the atmosphere because of vehicles, construction activities, volcanic eruptions, smoke from industries, etc. are major causes of air pollution.
So as you can see, it talked about 9 kinds of pollution. Maybe we didn't know some of them, like light pollution or noise pollution are new, but it talked about 9 types of pollution and how harmful they are. Now let's move to the skill. Our skill for this week is the author's tone. The author's tone is the author's attitude towards the audience or the subject or the character. It means his feelings or attitude towards something. The tone is shown through a dialogue, talking, or through description word choices. So you can know the author's tone through the words that the author is using. For examples, textbooks are usually written with an objective tone, which includes facts and reasonable explanation. The objective tone is a matter of fact and neutral. The details are mostly facts. While on the other hand, fiction and personal essays are usually written from a subjective tone, like the author is talking about something related to him. So a subjective tone uses words that describe feelings, judgments, or opinions. So you will know the author's tone through the words he is using to describe his feelings, judgments, thoughts, opinions, experiences, senses, and so on. There are some commonly words to describe the tone, like for example, illogical, ridiculous, silly, tolerant, sensitive, annoyed, compassionate, worried, anxious, happy, sad, angry, supportive, kind, excited, energetic, informal, bored, cheerful, selfish. All of these are words commonly used to describe the author's tone. And you will describe the author's tone through the way the author is presenting his ideas. Let's see this example. Read the paragraph below, then choose the correct tone. Often you feel you've done nothing when you've actually done a lot. That's because what you did do seemed beneath notice. It was so small that it didn't count, but it did, just as each stitch counts toward a finished dress, each brick or nail toward a house you can live in, each mistake toward knowing how to do things right. In this paragraph, the author is trying to tell you that even if people think that what you do is nothing and no one noticed what you do, your action, the things that you do are very important, just like a stitch counts to a dress, just like a brick or a nail toward a house, just like a mistake toward knowing how to do things right, and so on. So we have 3 options: hesitant, encouraging, and amused. When I say amused, it means having fun and just for amusement, for having fun. When I say hesitant, it means you're not sure of something. But when I say encouraging, it means this person is trying to motivate you. And this paragraph is really motivational. That's why the tone here is encouraging. A vaccine is a preparation of killed or weakened germs that is injected under the skin and causes the blood to produce antibodies against the disease. Effective vaccines, for instance, have been developed for smallpox, rabies, and polio. Objective, arrogant, regretful. When I say regretful, it means the writer have done something wrong and he regrets what he's done, and this is not found in this paragraph. When I say arrogant, it means the writer is talking about something to show off, and this is not found here in the paragraph. The writer, he is objective. He's trying to give us information. So the tone is objective. We have come together this afternoon to mourn the deaths of 16 miners, our friends and neighbors, who were trapped by fire yesterday, deep below the earth. They lived bravely and they died too soon, leaving behind grieving wives and bewildered children. We bid them a final farewell. So here they're talking about miners who died in a fire. They were trapped deep below the earth in a fire. Here, forgiving, no, because they're not trying to apologize to someone. Sorrowful and angry. The author, he doesn't seem angry. He seems sorrowful. He seems sad. He seems upset. He feels sorry for what happened. So the tone here is sorrowful. In this way, we can discover, as I said, the author's tone. So here's also another exercise. Here, there are the vocabulary words. Let's read the sentences. There is a risk of accidents with large emissions of radioisotopes into the biosphere. Emissions are the gas or smoke that comes out of something. The bridge was begun 5 years ago, and the estimated cost has already doubled. The estimated, when I say estimated cost, it means the thing that you've already planned for. The busy traffic entrance was a hazard to students. Hazard is dangerous. Voters support the enforcement of immigration laws. The enforcement, it means when you oblige someone to follow a certain rule. You can now start implementing your financial improvements. Implementing means planning for. So the meanings of the words: preached is to talk to a group of people about a religious subject, usually in a church. Emissions, the act of sending out gas, heat, light. Estimated, roughly, calculated, or approximate. Hazard, something that is dangerous and likely to cause damage. Implementing, to put a plan or system into operation. Enforcement, the process of making people obey a rule or law. This is our text. Let's first start with lead-in question. Who or what suffocates streets? When I say suffocated streets, it means crowded streets. What does the word suffocate indicate to you? Is suffocating streets a crime? How can we enable the streets to breathe? How you ever been stuck in a traffic jam? How are traffic jams a crime against streets? And of course, as you know, traffic jams, as we can see in the picture, it's something that causes pollution and noise pollution, air pollution, and so on. So the text that we are going to read figures out how the writer focuses on diesel as the basic factor behind air pollution in Lebanon, and what recommendation can you suggest to alleviate the severity of the situation. So the text talks about air pollution and how diesel is a basic factor of air pollution in Lebanon. Of course, we're not going to read the whole text, but the title of the text is Suffocating Streets, or Overcrowded, Traffic Jammed Streets, and how is this being a basic factor in air pollution in our country, Lebanon. We also have some activities in which we are going to solve together through